Right, so today we're going to do a quick video on bomb pellet fishing and explaining the key things you need to do and the importance of the bomb in general to help you win more matches and stuff like that. So, we'll start with the setup. We've got 9-foot excellent speeder rod by Tricast. It's your great rod. Lovely and soft, but plenty of backbone if I need to get them fish in. But also helps, because of how soft it is and how much it bends, it always gives a bit more so you get less hook pulls. I've got that paired with a TDR 3000 reel. It balances and the weight on this is lovely. The TDR is actually loaded with 8-pound tournament line, which is just strong and robust, and it's not going to, doesn't let you down, never lets you down really. So onto the actual rig end, I've just got an inline Guru bomb. This is 19 grams for me to allow to sort of search my peg and cast around where I'm fishing my pellets. As there's a bit of wind today, you can't always get them really accurate, so it allows me to sort of keep casting around different areas, try and locate them fish a bit quicker and get me a quicker bite. Whereas if I was to use like 30 gram, which is one of these ones, a lot more weight, probably spook fish. So in a shallow venue where I'm casting to, it's actually only about 3 foot, probably 3.5, 4 foot. When you hook them on a flat day, you see them bow wave off. And then I've just got 8 inches of 0.25 pure fluorocarbon, the Guru one, because it's a bit stiffer and it's a little bit thicker and it acts more like a boom. And I've got that down to a 14 Super MWG with a Drennan mini bait band. The hook's 12 kg on a Super MWG. I've been using the Super MWG today and I'm not getting mugged off. I'm not getting that, I'm just getting clean bites every single time. So, put a pellet on band. You can see, it's nicely set up. So, yeah, I can't put it's a nice Drennan one. These are good for pinging distance. I find these are just better for that accuracy and getting it all in like a little area if you're not trucking too far. I'm probably only going 30 metres today, so this is just fine. So 4 pellets in. 2 or 3 times is enough to feed. Just like 4 or 5 pellets 3 times over the same area, and then basically wherever they landed, get your bomb over the top. Made a nice little plot that going in, so I know it's right. We actually got that over one back then, I think, so it kept going. Right. Tighten up, lovely and quick. Now it's fishing, we can sit on our hands. When you're pinging with a catapult, make sure that you're always extending the same length, as your pellets will always go the same distance then. As long as you don't allow for wind and stuff. And because of the light bomb I'm using, because I want to sort of explore my peg if there's a bit of an area being created, I want to make sure that my light bomb ain't going to spook the fish. And a lot of the time, I've had a few bites there, I've chucked it in, and it's actually, as it's hit the bottom, I've had a bite. And it's a good thing as well, when you cast in, make sure, a lot of the time you'll be able to see, sort of like, as long as it doesn't sort of hit the water right in front of you and then the pellet land behind. Sometimes you see your pellet and your bomb land at the same time, you'll see that like double plot. That just lets you know that your hook not tangled or anything, especially with me only using a short hook link. It sort of makes sure, like, if I've seen the plop and the pellet and it's been like that, then I know it's not tangled, it's just not going to be. Another thing is the fluorocarbon hook length, it adds to the boom, it's a bit stiffer, but not just that, it sits on the bottom a bit better. So if you're on, say, a silty venue or a venue with a bit of gradients, a lot of the time when the fish feed on the bottom, they can, especially if you use a longer hook length, I see it a few times on matches, they'll actually foul hook them on the bomb. And that's just, it's not ideal, as they sort of go mad in your peg, they run through it and it spooks fish. Another thing you can watch for is lines as well. Like if you're getting lines that sort of go like that, and they're not moving your bomb or anything, they're great. little fast lines, so they can be roach. Or if you get that really quick and it drops back, and then you pick up and there's nothing there, then you've been had. And that just means basically when the fish picks up your your pellet, takes in its mouth, so it goes like that. Your hook either wasn't big enough or something's not gone right in the setup. It could be sometimes, it could just be whatever's happened. A lot of these fishing commercials, they have bad mouths, so sometimes the actual hold on the mouth that you normally get, especially with bottom lips on places that are big lakes on commercials, a lot of the fish's bottom lips are like sort of mined out because they've been caught on method feeds and bombs that many times. The actual opportunities for hooking fish isn't always perfect, but a lot of the times if you hook a fish like that, you don't lose them because the mouths are sort of toughened up and they've gone scarred. So slack them off a bit. Don't want it too tight because I don't want to spook fish. But while you're fishing, always be like pinging or pellet out sort of thing. So we'll give them a few more now. A bit more bait. It's just important. Just means that they're always there. A lot of the time on the bottom, you'll notice people that are catching, they always keep going. Whereas like the people who don't catch, they're sort of just like, you sort of think they just ping two lots out and then they'll just sit there then, and it just sort of like your peg can go a bit dead. So I was like, with it only being a shallow venue, a lot of the fish that are going to come into your peg, they're going to intercept your pellets up in the water, so a waggler can be good, but a lot of the times there's enough bait on the bottom, and fish that come up, they'll just go on the bottom and they'll just eat off your bomb line. Catching on the bomb's a lot easier than a waggler sometimes, especially in a venue like this where the water's relatively clear. You know, you have to have sort of like that far between your waggler and your butt length, and you can only use like a 4-gram waggler. It has to be a little stumpy one so you can get a bite, and a lot of the time they're only sat like the mouth's about 3 inches under the water. That's a good example. There's one on the bomb now. Try and keep them if you can. I've just done the opposite, but if you can, try and keep them always the same way. I'm going to struggle a bit because I've got an island out there, so if you want to go behind the island or something, obviously that's going to make it feel more difficult. Like I say, take your time with these fish, because I mean I've got me clicking out £84, and I've had 11 carp today, and I've got £84. So you know, it sort of just like shows, take your time with it. I've also as well on this bomb today, I've had a catfish about, I think we weighed it 9.5. It just shows it's very versatile. You can catch anything on it. I've had a few hybrids. I've had a big F1. Catch just about anything that swims on this really in a commercial. It's a great method because you don't foul up, so you can sort of keep that bait going and get a load of fish in your peg, and then you can just catch them on this as long as your rig's right. And I've been watching that rod, and it's just literally sat still getting the odd liner, and then it's just sort of gone like that and then pulled round. They hook themselves as well, so don't strike. So all you're doing a lot of the time then is, if the hook hasn't gone fully in, depending on which way you lift, you can sort of pull the hook so it's less in the mouth. What you're best doing is lifting up slowly, putting your rod down, and then sort of like going from there, then reeling into it. The only time you might strike is if you get your bite and you shit yourself, because and you sort of like get a bit worried because you don't, it looks like your rod's about to get pulled in. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes when you're sat on your phone waiting for a bite, it can scare you. A lovely fish, going mad. I would try and hold this one up, but he's going absolutely skits. Just in the corner of that bottom row. That's how you want them, just there. Sometimes these 14 Super and WG ups, they stay sharp and they catch the fish in the mouth nicely. If you're trying to hold them up for you, just show the size of the fish. This one's about £8. Not a massive fish, it's mad though. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, I hope you learned something. Thank you for watching. Another thing I will add, make sure you got a stiff landing net handle. This is the TriCast Excellence Pro one, and a big net, because when they come up in front of you, you don't want to have a small net and have to shuffle them, because that can cause up pulls and stuff like that. Just anything increasing your chances. A lot of these matches that I fish where you need to fish the bomb, £100 wins a lot of the time, £100–120, and that was like an £8 or £9 fish. So if you sort of like think over 6 hours, if you lose that, then you've just lost 40 minutes of your match in a sense. 30 to 40 minutes, especially say you go through like a dead spell where you've not had a bite in 2 hours, just that one can just sort of pull you back up a little bit. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you again, tight lines.